Good evening to all you fellow TIs out there. This is MM. I'm currently working on a shielding, a homemade shield, and basically, I guess you could kind of call it like armor or something. The TI that inspired me to do this, I'm gonna leave his YouTube channel in the link in the description. You'll be able to check that out if you want. As well as there's also something you need to check out, and what it is, it's related to the cocoa plant, not the one that makes chocolate, but the one that the product Coca-Cola, how they like back in the 90s they used to put cocaine in their product. Basically, the plant that's basically the equivalent to that. It's the actual plant that, the substance that they get to make that stuff. Not telling people to make that, not telling them to make that, but it's the leaves from the plant itself that has very nutritional values. And I'm gonna leave a link to the website, and it's gonna basically tell you exactly what this stuff does. And believe you me, when you see this, you're gonna understand why they don't want us to have it. But anyways, for the shielding that I'm working on, what I basically did was I just went out, got some RFID fabric, went ahead and took some fabric from the old air mattress that I don't even use anymore. I haven't even used that thing in like, I don't know what, like a year and a half now. So I figured it was just laying there going to waste. And I figured since it has synthetic type fabric, it's good to lace that along with the RFID fabric and find some type of line of clothing that you can use as a catalyst. Use that as a catalyst, and then just merge all three pieces together, and then bam, you got yourself a homemade shield. I'm doing this with I'm making a makeshift filter that I can just insert in the old skull cap whenever I want, and then I could just take it out whenever I need to wash the thing. So that way, my filter is basically the shielding, and I can just put it back in and take it back out whenever I want. Um, the YouTube channel that inspired me to do this, he actually has tips as far as grounding, not only just your beds and stuff like that, but your to also make a portable ground as well. I need to check that out myself. Now, as far as this is mostly for like the something I'm making now. Today, I'm just making the stuff for both my head and my chest. Now, or should I say torso? Now, tomorrow I'm gonna be making the stuff for my legs because the next piece, the catalyst is coming in then. Now, um, as far as this stuff is concerned, they do sell like RFID based clothing, but like if you've seen the prices for that stuff, just the underwear alone is costing me what, like 30, maybe 40 or $50. Just the underwear is costing that much. So yeah, I'm getting that because I'm gonna need it, but I'm not gonna use that as like regular based underwear. What I would recommend for everybody to do if you decide to get yourself a pair of that, um, basically what you should do is modify that to where you get extra protection, but also have a regular pair of everyday underwear that you would normally use that you're just gonna wear, throw it in the wash when you're done with it. Now, I made this video earlier, but I think they may have went and deleted it or corrupted it because I couldn't find it when I went to go look for it. Um, I'm gonna make some copies of this just to be safe. But anyway, I guess that's about it. Also, next week I'm gonna be looking for different TI help for people who are not familiar with the TIs in their area. I'm gonna do this for both the U.S., the UK, and I'm gonna try to do one for Germany, but I'm not too familiar with Germany. I've only met with like one TI that's from there, but I'll see if I can find a group out there related to that actually has more people out there, so we can actually reach and get together or whatever. Continue to push for awareness so this organization can eventually be shut down, hopefully. Um, Also, some advice when it comes to your prayers, because I understand like they will mess with your head to try to confuse you when it comes to, to try to get you to turn against your religion in a way. And I've experienced this at least more than once. And let me tell you, what happened was they had me in a point to where it confused the name of God with the name of the Messiah. So what I remember looking up was that God's basically sent two different messengers, right, to basically preach the word of God. Now, unfortunately, should I say, fortunately, one of the messengers actually did this. However, the other one, he defected. And what he ended up doing, instead of preaching the word of God, he presented himself as God. So that was a false prophet that was basically presenting himself as the Most High, but he wasn't the Most High. Now, you may understand as to why they tried to switch this around on me. It's simple. They were trying to get me to, worship that false idol when they did this. But, I always keep a reminder vid as to who is who. Yahweh is just the messenger. The Most High is the Almighty. And you gotta remember that. You gotta remember that. Don't let them turn your faith. But also, this is my saying whenever I pray, right? And I say this every week because every week I pray. And it accounts for all my prayers throughout that entire week. And I always say to the Most High, look, I pray to no man, to no woman, or to no technology. I can pray for a man. I can pray for a woman. But I also will never fear no woman nor no man whatsoever. God said it himself, thou shalt not fear no man in the flesh. You have nothing to fear. They could wave a gun in your face. They could threaten to kill you the next day, but understand you have nothing to fear from them. The only thing you have to fear, the only being you will ever have to fear is the Most High. But these beings in the flesh along with yourself, absolutely not. You have nothing to fear from them. Because understand, life is nothing but a trial. It's not what your situation is. It's how you get through life that counts. Now, if you want higher awareness, you can open up your third eye. You can. But I will warn you, that is extremely dangerous. As for myself, what led me to believe and understand that I was put under human experimentation, or at least one of the things that did, was that my third eye was open not by myself, but by someone else. And I don't know why they did it. I don't know for what reason. But looking back at a lot of stuff that happened in the past, along to now, especially everything that I know now, that led me to believe that this was going on since my childhood. So I think maybe they opened my third eye by mistake and they didn't mean to do it. I don't know. But since it happened, like I started experiencing and noticing things I didn't notice before. Things started to become a lot more clearer, and I started to have a more profound understanding of things. I was no longer brainwashed at this point. Like I was really seeing stuff, but that doesn't mean that my mind still wasn't being manipulated. The entire time it still was, because honestly, like the symptoms, it started to happen. The itchiness and stuff like that, that was happening. The the unusual itchiness that'll happen. So this whole time, like even when I was a youngin, I was already submitted to nano. I was already infected with this stuff. The only difference was whatever nano I was laced with back then wasn't as active as the nano that I'm laced with now. But let me tell you, this stuff is definitely crazy as it gets, man. It definitely is. I guess that's about it. That all I wanted to say in this video. I'm gonna leave a link to both the plant that you need to check out, and I'm gonna also leave a link to that other fellow TI's channel, so you can see his methods of protecting and shielding from this this corrupt organization's weapons. I send both my prayers and my loves out to you all. Remember, stay safe, stay strong, and understand negativity will never be able to beat negativity, but positivity can literally break negativity. As far as hate is concerned, hate loves company, so that's why it causes trauma within you. It inflicts trauma on you to try to get you to hate. And understand, hate is the devil's influence. As long as you keep that out of your heart, out of your mind, soul, body, and mind, you'll be just fine. And remember, stay prayed up, and I'll always pray for you all. This is MM's TI Strategy Guide. I'm over and out.